Hey. So, let's go ahead and get going on this. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. On Google Classroom, we have a new assignment posted. I'm pretty sure it's called Seasons. Yes, Yoshi. I do believe we need to type in it, yes. It's one slide. Should not take us very long at all. So we're going to go ahead and scroll down to science. It has posted. It's called Seasons article. So we're going to talk about how the rotation of the Earth and the revolution of the Earth creates the seasons. So we'll read it together, and then you're kind of going to do it on your own because there's like 3 questions to answer it. So I'm not going to do that one for you. So we're going to get zoomed in on it, and I will read it with you. 100 is pretty good. So let's go ahead and zoom into 100, and I'll give you about 30 seconds to get that opened up. Please and thank you. I mean, if you want. I'm going to read it to you, and then you will work on it on your own. So just sit tight for a few minutes. I also have already said that, so listening and paying attention. No, you were in here. I just said it 10 seconds ago. So. All right. It looks like a lot of you guys are there. So I'm going to go ahead and read this with you really quick. It says, what are seasons? And it doesn't mean like seasoning. I saw something recently that was like someone asked like a 4-year-old what their favorite season was, and they said garlic powder.
That's funny.
I know, that's pretty funny, yeah. I know, garlic powder is like garlic in general is the best seasoning, but that is not what we mean when we ask what it. Right? So when we ask what's your favorite season, we do not mean seasoning. We mean spring, summer, fall, or winter. Unless you're a 4-year-old and that's adorable, then you should not answer. Yeah, then you should not answer like that. If you answer like that on a test, I will mark it wrong, unfortunately. So just keep that in mind. Although it was very funny when I saw that. Now, we're going to go ahead and read it. It says, what are seasonings? We have 4 seasons that we did I say seasonings?
Yes.
All right, let me try this again. So, what are seasons? We have 4 seasons that we divide our year into: summer, fall, winter, and spring. Each season is 3 months long, with summer being the warmest and winter being the coldest. That's not really new information, right? We know this already. We know that there are 4 seasons, right? It says, why do seasons happen? Seasons happen due to the Earth's positioning with the sun. We experience days and nights due to the rotation of the Earth, but we experience seasons due to the orbit of the Earth. The Earth orbits the sun, which means that it travels around the sun once a year or every 365 days. As the Earth orbits the sun, certain parts of the Earth receive more direct sunlight. So it's the orbit. So if my fist is the sun, right? The Earth is just moving around it in a circle constantly. It takes 1 year to go around the sun. At different points of wherever the sun is, wherever the Earth is, that's how we get the seasons, depending on where the Earth is facing the sun. Okay? Yes. Mm-hmm. We did just go all the way around the sun, yeah. When the new year happens, that's when we have finished a revolution around the sun, yes. Okay? Yeah, New Year's resolutions more come from like, new year, new me, I'm going to be better. Although nobody ever sticks to their resolutions. Nope. So. But yeah, the concept of a New Year's resolution is more of like I'm going to make myself better. It doesn't really have to do with the sun going around the Earth. It's just a new year. So it kind of relates. Okay, and then our last paragraph there says the Earth's tilt. The Earth is tilted on its axis at 23.5 degrees in relation to the sun. This means that as it orbits the sun, for half of the year, the northern or southern hemisphere is pointed towards the sun. When the southern hemisphere is pointed towards the sun, The northern hemisphere is colder and experiences winter. The opposite is true when the northern hemisphere is pointed towards the sun. That is also why the regions closer to the equator are always warm, because they are always angled towards the sun, and the angle does not change much from season to season. So, yeah, we're pretty close to the equator. So when you're close to the equator, you're kind of always close to the sun no matter what. So it doesn't change this winter versus summer very much at all. Yeah. The places, so if you're looking at a globe, and this is your globe, the top and the bottom are going to be the most extreme winters and summers because they're on that tilt and they're closer to the earth or the sun or farther away. So they experience more extreme winters and summers. And if you're in the middle, it's just kind of like a in between. Antarctica's on the bottom. North Pole. Yep. All right. Our questions here. This first one, what do you notice about the diagram, is kind of more of a you thing. What do you notice? And I want you guys to just write 2 things you notice on your own. So I'm going to give you about 3 minutes. Write 2 things you notice about the diagram.
Was the diagram the picture?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the picture right there. So there's a picture of the sun in the middle and the earth is rotating around it, and it's talking about the starts of the seasons. Probably. So I literally said write 2 things you notice about the diagram. 2 things. Okay? Again, this won't take very long. We just got to do it. So take about 3 minutes. Write 2 things you notice about the diagram.
Can I say 5 triangles and 4 triangles and 5 triangles?
No, tell me what the diagram is about, not what it looks like. Okay, Yoshi, focus, please. So you guys should be writing down 2 things you notice about that diagram, please.
That's what it is about the seasons.
Sure.
Do they need to be in complete sentences?
Yeah, no.
What happens here? Oh my god. I have more. Are we supposed to use no picture?
I guess. I don't know.
What's this one? What's this one? What's this one? What's this one? Why do we no, they do taste testing. They do taste testing.
Huh? Yeah. No, it was season.
Not boiled, and he tried baked lobster before with platters on cheese on it.
Mhm.
That was really good.
It is good.
My mom makes it really good. My mom goes to I even had more than like the other night yesterday, and that I ate more than I had to eat. That was my first time trying it with the garlic. Parmesan. Can I call them?
All right. So hopefully you guys are all good with that one. Let me just check really quick.
Wait, are you in the bottom part of the other?
No. So on the bottom, the second one, the only question you guys really need to answer is why do we experience seasons? And that is in the 3 paragraphs that I just read to you. So this one, I do want you to have complete sentences, right? 2 to 3 complete sentences about why we have seasons. Not seasonings, just seasons. Okay, so 2 to 3 sentences about why we have seasons. If you don't remember, it's right up there in the paragraphs. So it's in paragraph 2, Dallin says. So there's your hint. Honestly, this is all we are doing for science today, because typically on Fridays we have a 30-minute lesson that goes really quick, right?
Yeah.
Because we have half days. So we didn't really plan for it to be a long lesson because we assumed that it would be a half day. So because of that, we have a nice quick lesson today. And
instead of sentences, can I name 3 reasons why?
yeah, but they need to be complete sentences. So once you finish up these 2 questions, turn it in and you're done with science for the day. So those of you that are online, finish it up, turn it in, and you guys can head out for the weekend, and we will see you on Monday. I'm in the process and almost done with sending you guys messages on Schoology about your missing work. I'm almost done with that, so you can go check that. If it's not there, give me another half hour and it will be, probably. And if you're in person, we still have an hour and a half left of school. So can finish this, and then I need you guys working on something educational, please, whether it's reading a book, going on Prodigy, or finishing makeup work. Any of those 3 things is okay.
Bye.
Hi, guys. I'm going to stop our recording. Tyler, can you please stop and type on your